Jeremy Sochan shoots free throws one-handed and has had multiple different hair colors this season. Should I keep going, or is he already everyone's new favorite young player? The throwback vibes of Dennis Rodman have re-entered the world of San Antonio as they start to rebuild the once constantly powerful franchise. With the 9th pick in last year's draft, they selected the power forward from Baylor, Jeremy Sochan. Born in Oklahoma but then moved to the United Kingdom at an early age, Sochan got his foundational hooping years in the vision of Euro basketball. By high school, he would attempt to join the basketball scene back here in the States, but would see his time cut short due to the pandemic. Jeremy continued his hoop travels by playing for Orange Academy in Germany. And again, we can see the European basketball style of play start to get infused with the visions of what American ball was all about. Sochan was forming his own strain of basketball prowess with emphasis on team ball, defense, and some hair color flair, and thunderous dunks around the edges. By the time he eventually traveled back to the US to play for Baylor, he became known as a defensive juggernaut, who simultaneously couldn't shoot the basketball to save his life. Wait, is this still Dennis Rodman, or are we seeing Draymond Green now? Honestly, the player comparisons are going to continue to muddle as the layers of Sochan's playstyle get pulled back, so just be ready for it. Over his rookie season, the onion layers of Jeremy have become more refined, and he's found himself as a staple piece to the Spurs' young core. But how did he do it? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Thank you all for coming. Please put on your safety goggles and rubber gloves, and let's begin the dissection of Jeremy Sochan. First up, we have his defensive mobility as mentioned earlier. The 6'9", 230-pound power forward has a strong enough engine to fight his way through games guarding big men, as well as keeping quick enough feet to stay on the perimeter with guards. Essentially, this guy can practically guard positions 1 through 5 in today's league. He's been able to settle down from his time at Baylor and biting on almost every pump fake under the sun. Throughout the course of his first season, he's shown much more restraint with that hunger for swats. He's also able to intercept in passing lanes and play help defense as well. Think of the building blocks of how Giannis or Jaren Jackson Jr. often get used in defensive schemes. They're highly defensively skilled players who can be more effective acting as the roaming forward, cutting off shots when they need to. This is Jeremy's bread and butter, though. We're talking about the side of the ball that will without question keep him in the league for years to come. This season, he's put together averages of 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. So the 19-year-old isn't exactly a box score highlighter. But hey, neither is Draymond. That guy still shoots like he's wearing a backpack, but he's on his 11th year in the league. Shooting has also been where Sochan struggles the most. In college, he shot an abysmal 29% from 3, and so far in the pros, he's at 24%. Yikes. He shows a promising feel for the ball and can operate as an almost pseudo-point forward, but his offensive bag has felt light when it comes to self-creation, outside of him driving to the rim. Still though, the 3 assists a game as a rookie big man is the glue characteristics you like to see. Sochan's not a flashy player, and I'm not sure he ever will be. He lets his hair be the eye-catcher as his game lingers behind the scenes. And so far, it seemed to be a match for Greg Popovich. The more offensively gifted players like Keldon Johnson, Devin Vassell, and up to the trade deadline, Jakob Poeltl, have had the chance to score at will, while the playmaking of a young Trey Jones has continued to blossom around this squad. Jeremy is the hidden conduit for this entire operation. He'll make the right pass, the critical block, and the timely cut. Okay, but now let's talk about what we've all been waiting for, the free throw shooting. Sochan was flat out putrid from the free throw line in the first half of his rookie season. Eventually, the always incredibly direct Popovich had a talk with him. The mechanics just weren't there. He can show fine enough touch around the rim when he's driving or laying it in, but it seems like everything falls apart when he needs to shoot. So in the middle of December, Jeremy debuted his new one-handed shooting form. It's an attempt to isolate the motion so there are fewer factors to worry about. And boy, is it paying off. In the first month of doing this, his free throw average rocketed up to 75%, and now his season average has leveled out to a respectable 70%. The form may have resulted in a mountain of memes and laughs at Sochan's expense, but Popovich has explained in press conferences that the rookie couldn't care less. He doesn't mind what people say about him, he just wants to get better. And that is exactly what he's doing. In his last 5 games, he's averaging 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, including a game where he finished with 22 points and 13 rebounds. These last 5 games have also shown shooting splits of 75% from the foul line and 6.7% from 3. Oh my God, 6.7% from deep. You know what? I respect it. Jeremy Sochan does not shy away from the moment. And if this tanking San Antonio team lands either a Victor Wembanyama or Scoot Henderson, they're going to need someone like Sochan, because that young core is going to be ready to compete faster than we realize. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.